job, huh? What you got going on down there?
Get down!
Need to update the title, so we're doing part 7 and 8. This is gonna be a quick chapter, y'all, because
the final two.
This dude is off his shit. And we're gonna give our review on this book. All right, so we're here with the Black. What's the name of this group?
Books and Beyond.
The
Male Book Club. Books and Beyond Male Book Club.
Books and Beyond Male Book Club. And I have our host here, Black, Rob, JB. Thank you all so much for joining me. We are in the last part of this book. We are wrapping it up. The Way of the Superior Man. JB, what's the extended name of this book?
I don't know. I don't even know no more.
What's the extended
A Spiritual Guide, Mastering the Challenges of Woman Work and Sexual Tension.
Desire.
Okay.
Yeah, he had an emphasis on the sexual desire part.
He got an interesting way of holding in your
especially in this time.
Well, that's what the end of the book was about.
That's what the end always supposed to be about, according to him.
According to him, gotta hold that shit in. Yeah. Hold your life force in.
But a lot of people are practicing that though. Like they fucking not watching porn and stuff like that.
Celibacy.
And I can get in.
Not necessarily celibacy, but just not like
not wasting your semen.
Meat.
Yeah. I could talk a little bit about that from a clinical aspect, but then I could also talk about the bozo clown stuff that he's throwing in there. But like I said, we'll get into it. So, chapter 7.
He told you it's not a study, bro. He told you that from jump.
I know, but there's some actual real studies that have been done that supports what he says. Yeah. Some of what he says. So first, I couldn't even pay attention. The moment he said "stop being in me," I kind of just clicked off.
Oh, you were sick. You was done.
I was done.
Like, what? I can't whack the
shit. Man, what? Put this shit down.
Man, I was just like, I can't.
I was already questioning.
Yeah, I was already, just like I was questioning this shit since part 4, but like part 7, I was just like, all right, mute.
Me, I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna not do that.
So basically, he talks about semen retention, and this is something that's become very much popularized in a few deep menhole situations. But basically, he treats semen like male life force, and as great as that is, this has some function on it. So I'm gonna just be straight up and say that there is some practicality to this, where if you're not constantly, that's great. Hey, that's some great soap right there, Black. That's some liquid gold right there. That's some black gold right there.
I got this while I was in Africa.
Yeah, that's some liquid gold. I might have to. I'm coming to Chicago today. Let me slide. That's that legit shit. But it has some reasonings on it. But I just want to get y'all's take on this. Who wants to start here? And you don't have to say if you beat your meat like it owes you money, but I'm just wondering, like, have you guys felt this to be plausible in your lifetime?
That sounds like abuse, man.
Damn.
I mean, shit. I go back to even like before they always said like don't have sex before like a game or something like that. Not that I technically followed that ritual, but. but I could tell the difference. I would say I could tell the difference.
No, absolutely. Like before game, no, but the night before, go for it. I think the night before, it actually has great benefits. In fact, I know some players in the NFL that had contracts that required them to be allowed a partner into the room for extracurricular activities. So I clearly remember seeing some folks have their partner leaving at 12 p.m. or at 10 p.m. But before game, definitely not. And to your point, there is a thing. So that release does have a testosterone and magnesium, calcium, B12, a lot of vitamins, a lot of energetics that do leave your body, which does cause that euphoria relief and the dopamine release. The study comes from is that dopamine release always going to be the same? Is it always going to be as strong? And the fact is, no. The more desensitized you become towards self pleasure, the more inclined it takes for that pleasure to have its same impact. A lot of people could equate this to being an addiction to sugar or sweets, or people who have a hard time losing weight. This same addiction and addict of not having the self control is the sex addiction of this. So it's fascinating to see the correlations and how dangerous it can be. But the question really is, how do you reverse this? How do you become more sound in this? And I found some of the breathing techniques he said to be kind of ludicrous. I found some of the anytime you have
Oh no, that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
It is a real thing, but I don't know if that's a real thing that's going to stop somebody who's an addict. I think it stops somebody who's just interested in pleasuring themselves, but I don't think it stops someone who has an innate ability not to touch themselves. These are people who
jerk off.
Yeah, like
I don't know if they're like they got sex addicts, but I ain't never heard of a meat whacking addict.
They fall in the same category. They're up there.
It's like porn addict, right?
Yeah, it's a porn addict.
That's what they typically call
That's
them.
what they call them. So it's fascinating. But Rob, did you have something on this?
Nah. This whole part 7, I couldn't relate to. So well, I will say though, the whole retention, I get it, but in some cases it makes more sense to others. For example, where it's just like, hey, not having sexual relations before a game, that makes sense because your testosterone is going to be higher at a heightened level, right? As opposed to doing what I do for a living. You don't need all that testosterone, player. Go release and come back. Because we need to have an intellectual conversation without you getting aggressive.
But they said like you can do that.
Hey, you ever watch Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, y'all on the iPhone? I'm tweaking.
You ever watch Wolf of Wall Street? He told you how to get out.
Yeah.
Hey, he wasn't lying.
You gotta release the mental energy, the mental stress.
So,
and
this
now all day, every day is too much, man. You got responsibility.
I think a healthy number is probably twice a week. Twice a week is a healthy number. Beginning of the week to get you Hey, I think so. Like, if I'm being realistic here, like beginning of the week, middle of the week, and you be done. And I think, like, for people who, and this is for people who don't have a partner, I would adamantly put, I think this is when you're in your struggle bus era. Because hormones are hormones. Like, teenagers are teenagers. And if that release kind of stops a person from fantasizing about touching someone in the real world that hasn't given them the consent, I think it's the way to do it. The problem is when there's parasocial relationships start to happen on the internet. Like, a very dangerous thing that is happening now is OnlyFans. Because before, you used to know Big Booty Capri wasn't your girl. But now there's these women who can talk to you, say your name. They'll write there.
He like, what's up? Oh,
my God, who is that? Could you point me to her Twitter?
But with OnlyFans, there's now these parasocial relationships that happen, which require not only hone in on people's addiction to sex, but they're financially crippling these people who are already subjugated by their addiction. So it's very dangerous in these aspects if left uncontrolled. Black, we got one person for it, one person against it. What's your thoughts?
I want to try. I always been thinking about that breathing portion of it because I've read into that a while back, and I was like, I want to try that, and you got to have a person freaky enough to try it though, like to actually be willing to do that with you while y'all going crazy. But I like as far as that whacking off shit, I feel like it might be true though. Like you gotta hold off on doing it to see.
When I was a person who used to beat off all the time when I was in high school. But like
Exactly.
as I
Oh
got
no,
into
no.
college, yeah, when I got to college, once I became like a student athlete and like I realized like, oh shit, I'm cool now, or like women like me. Like it was something I did less and less and less. But I remember when I was living in Omaha for 6 months, and I was out there down bad, and I just remember thinking to myself that like, damn, ain't no black women out here at all. And I was like, oh wait, I could watch the porn. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I could just do what I did in high school. But then there was a part of me that didn't feel, I guess, clean or reputable, like respectable. Like I had a certain level of dignity. I was like, why do I have to beat off? Why can't I find somebody to do this for me? Like it made me think like that, and I was like, oh shit.
Only fan. You could have went on Tinder on my fucking Plenty of Fish.
Man, they don't have
What it's called,
Hinge is the real one because you can actually say, no, I only want to talk to black women. I don't want no cornbread fed
Well,
ass.
dog, you can say you can say it on Plenty of Fish.
I don't got that one. That one look like it's for scammers. Like you too.
On
Nah,
Plenty
you
of
too
Fish was the app when you was out, especially when you're in a different state.
But
Plenty of
I
Fish
don't,
had North Carolina cracking.
I don't know nothing about these apps. I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Well, you should. You've been with the same lady since you was 12.
I know. For life.
For life.
You don't know nothing different.
But to Black's point, the breathing techniques, I do find this interesting because we've all been there. You going crazy. Your special lady knows your buttons. She's pushing your buttons. She knows how to get you in and out of your situation. How are we as men retaining our human life force when a woman is calling for it at her beck and call? And also, what do we think about this? Like, do we feel weaker when a woman has the ability to make us spill our seed too quick based on the book's definition?
Nah.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Sometimes, so look, back when I really don't want to fucking like care about that chick, and I really only want to come. I be wanting to like I damn near want to come when I get cut in. Like, all right. That like at one point in life, I was like, I really want to try that, just to like be like in and out, be done.
Black said he wanted to be an out the zipper warrior.
Man, I was really like in my mind, I was really like, man, how can I get there? I want because I like for somebody I really don't really care about. Like I just want to show them like this. All right, cool.
Like, why even do it then?
Just a release and not have to do my hands.
So you don't gotta use his hands.
Be like, so what you about to do?
What you about to do?
That's
wow.
Let me go. I might as well go and get a
Okay. So for a girl we don't care about, sure. But like a girl we gotta live with, or a girl that we're committed to, how are we managing that situation? We got some married men in the room, so like, without getting too personal, but like, are y'all out here? Y'all gotta. Okay, I have a stroke count. Does anybody else have a stroke count?
Are you sitting there counting? That's what helps you not go crazy.
That's what helps me. That helps me keep it low.
Like Rob said, you win some, you lose some. Hey, Black said we've been together since I was 12. She just seen me at my worst, at my best, you know. Hey,
you gotta.
She question when it's different,
right? She do.
She question when it's different. Like what? Wait, you learn that from?
What's going on? What's going on?
When you start doing the hurricane inside of me, because I ain't. Trying to figure out what the fuck you been doing while she wasn't around. Videos you watching, man.
Hey. Like you say, you win some, you win some, you lose.
That's interest. That's an interest. That's I think
that's a win.
I would say that's almost a sense of pride for her.
Yeah, but they teach like fucking women that explore their sexuality. They know that they make themselves come.
Yeah.
Another chapter, and this kind of goes hand in hand with another chapter in the book that talks about you're responsible for the growth and intimacy, right? Yeah. So if you're with somebody for a prolonged period of time, you really know that person. So it's just like if you last 12 minutes or 50 minutes, you should know, hey, these first few minutes I'm gonna focus on getting to the goal. And anything after that, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah,
no, that's true though. Like, because
yeah.
after a while, y'all like, because something that you do over and over gets repetitive. So even if there was how you got there before, it's not gonna be forever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that
these last two parts of this book was extra freaky, bro. I don't know, like we ain't got like
he could have mixed
like,
that in. Or
yeah,
you know?
We could have been like part 1 and part 9 or something.
Yeah, real talk. All right,
it's a freaky ass portion.
And then just the last part that I want to talk about for 7, which was just hilarious to me. I want to talk about the Kegel, which is the Kegel exercise, which is basically what this man wants every dude.
But for men.
But for men. And the whole
because I was looking at that like, man, that's kind of crazy.
The breathing part of it is very much true, but there's actually a real life workout you can do in the real world. It's called the high end sumo squat, where you split with the weight between your legs and then you pull the weight up and insert your back and push your spine in at the tip of the bottom, which will do the same thing and actually strengthen it the same. And there's
a lot of moments in there, hero.
Hey, you know me as a
that sounds like a lot, man.
Yeah, Cameron probably wouldn't let you finish saying what you were saying. Oh man, come on, bro. That's crazy right there. That's crazy.
Wow.
Look, I have to be. You know something that happened to me the other day in the hospital. I was talking to a patient, and I said that I'm gonna insert the pendulum and then press on your lower pelvis to extract the fluid. He was like, pause, and I was like, sir, you're dying. You are dying. What are you doing?
Hey, look, he said, look, I don't want to die gay though, but go ahead and just I lived a different type of life all this time.
Yeah.
And then now when
what are you
doing?
To
go.
What are you doing? You're dying. This is not a joking matter. He's like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, just hold on that, my boy.
All right, so what else we got here? Anybody else want to touch anything?
But that also help with that's a stamina workout. It also help with your breathing, like inflating your lungs.
Yeah.
And stretching your lungs out. That's a real exercise.
This all sounds like too much to think about. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Well,
this is too much to think about.
But have you sat here and tried to do what he said to do? When he first described it, I sat here and tried to think about it, and even just in my mind, I was like, he said get to 15 seconds. I got to 10 seconds and got distracted. I was like, damn, do I have a focus issue here? Like, it just seems like a lot.
This is too much. This too much. I'm not even.
But you only practicing it. You practice that 3 times a day. Like, listen, a lot of stuff that we can be doing all day. That we're like that when we're not doing shit.
Yeah.
Or we just doing nothing.
I do 25 sit-ups through all the commercials. I can do sit-ups throughout all the commercials. On my Bo Jackson, doing some push-ups.
Watching TV. All right. It's a negative out here, man. I'm about to go get something to eat.
Yeah, it's cold as shit outside.
Yeah,
my mom going to Africa tomorrow. I mean on Tuesday, so I got to go see her off. But
what
Rob
part?
So can't relate.
No worry, I'm gonna invite you.
Rob barely can breathe out there. Hey, Rob barely can breathe out there. That toxic ass air. Yeah. In San Francisco, that air toxic as fuck. Man, y'all had a month where the sky was just orange.
That was a week, man, and that was like 3 years ago, man.
That was a week. And whatever it did to us already happened.
Yeah, I was out there with gas, man. So
I'm still here, man.
I actually might be out there, Rob. I'll hit you up when I get out there.
Hit me.
I'm gonna hit you up. All right, chapter 8, part 8. All of this right here. This one's just talking about yoga with your woman, like having yoga as
that's a thing, though, man.
Is it a thing? I gotta hear more about this because I was truly confused by this, honestly.
They have this sexual, like, well, not sexual, but it's like a partner yoga class that they have. It's real intimate.
Intimate yoga.
Yeah.
That sounds like some
It's exactly how it sounds.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly what you
sound like an orgy preface.
Oh, but no. It's basically like fucking.
Just y'all too,
if you
though.
are getting that, you ain't gonna be able to finish. So, because you in public. So it's gonna really help you with that breathing section because nigga, you can't finish.
Better practice thrusting your pelvis.
But by the time you get
Thrust
home,
your
it's
pelvis.
up.
Hold it. 10 seconds.
Mothers might not make it out the car. You know.
Mothers need to take a quick bathroom break. Hold on. Be right back.
But I like.
Well, we kind of went over this. Like
we've gone over this. Part 8 is very much
Yeah.
so something we've gone over. It talks about you and your partner and how it's. Once again, they make this. They have this. I think this. They kind of went full. All right, red pill at the end of the book, where it was sort of like, "Hey, look, you gotta lead no matter what. You're in charge of everything. Don't worry about like all her wants and needs. You have to make sure you're fulfilling your heart, soul content, because if your heart, soul content isn't there, she won't be happy." And I think there's some truth to a part of that, which is a man who doesn't have his shit together finds it very hard to focus on their partner. I think that's when their partner loses the most of a man, is when a man is like, doesn't feel good about his money, something's wrong with his car, his getaway. Like, I remember, I didn't know that this was a thing. My gym shut down for a week for renovations. I was stressed. I was stressed like a motherfucker. Like, I just found myself being irritated, and I didn't realize, lifting 400 pounds makes me feel good, and I didn't have that for a week. So,
now you gotta start dating big women.
My boy wild.
You know,
Man, he probably
the
the happiest he's ever been in his life.
Black, I just need the money I have to pay for the things I got, okay?
Get you a BBW, my boy. You might love it.
He said, "Get all the reps in you can."
Man, you be excited. You be on that show mad as fuck. She trying to lose that weight. You on 600 pounds with your girl mad as hell. Normally they do be with it. You just on there like doctor talking like you
can't work out, can't do nothing no more. So I will ask this though. What is that thing that if it's not right in your life, you probably gonna have a hard time focusing on your lady?
Free time.
That's a great one, Black.
That's probably the most important. My most important takeaway from this whole part 8 that talked about it's important for you to have time, to Black's point, away from your partner.
Away from your partner.
Partners, you gotta learn something that you gotta learn some away. You gotta have some free time just to breathe.
Partners do not like him.
If you on my back, I'll never miss you. Like, man, I don't miss you. You ain't been gone number 25 seconds.
But then I'm thinking about it. Like, you guys live together. Like, there are 2 people that live with their partners right now. Where does that space come in? Black, you got 3 kids in the house. Like, you.
Who got 3 kids in the house? You talking about Jeremiah? He black, but
Black like ain't no 3 kids over there.
He said, "Whoa!" I ain't saying
whoa.
You see that post I made the other day? Y'all see that?
He was highly offended. He got highly offended.
If mother get pregnant, that kid would be without a father.
You a savage, bro.
You're a problem. We
gonna child support.
We gonna kick you out of this club.
Do not pass go.
I'm gone. They were like, "Who kid?" Like, man, that little boy. Sorry, Martin. Sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
hey, that episode was legendary. He told that man, "Hey, you my daddy."
Oh God. He was copying everything Martin was doing. He was just copying that shit.
Hey, the barbershop.
Can I keep my nickname?
Shout it, doo-wop.
Shout it, doo-wop. Can I keep my nickname, Martin?
Oh God, Martin gave him some mics.
No, Gina Mama do all that though. Like, wait, he got a kid out here?
like fucking they were together.
Hey.
That joint funny.
All right, so JB, you got 3 kids in the house. How do you find personal time to recover?
Well, I just got 3 kids in the house. We still working through that. You know what I'm saying? Um, when they go to school, shit, it could be as simple as she upstairs in the room and I'm downstairs, like just separate. Also, like when I go to the office, um, I be in my office. I close the door. Like my team don't even know what's going on. I could just be sitting there watching TV, but shit, that's what I pay for.
You the boss.
You the
Yeah,
boss.
so um, I don't really need a bunch of time, to be honest. I was just talking about this the other day. Like I only miss having my game system because I'm at home. I'm working from home. But then as soon as I get it, I'm be like, damn. That's why I put it down because all it do is
Especially
piss
when
me
you
off.
suck.
Black ain't shit.
Oh shit. I ain't gonna get into that, I ain't gonna get into the tip for tat, but some people say I'm legendary in these streets. That's all I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say.
that's some people live with you. Talking about shit you be saying when you look in the mirror.
What about you, Rob?
I don't even know what people play no more.
Because
Shit.
Rob, you got 2 in the crib right now. You and the wife, and plus the daughter.
Hey.
2 in the crib, meaning the house.
He got it made right now.
He trying to throw twins on me. 2 in one crib.
Hey, twins are a blessing in my culture, man. I'm trying to bless you.
No, they are, but they double the work too.
Rob said, I just went back to work last week. Chill on me.
Hey, give me some time. Give me some time.
Now he was vacationing.
The month of December was wild. But back to reality. But for me, I found a time in just doing the little things where it's just like, so little man Junior, he wakes up, I wake up at 5:30. This dude wakes up at 5:32. So it's just like Costco opens at 6 a.m. Dress him up, we go get gas. And it's just like in that ride I can listen to music. That's my me time. He quiet, he like the music. Like JB said, I don't need a lot of time. I just need little bits and pieces. And I'm cool.
Sometimes that shit come when I'm cooking. Like,
okay,
yeah,
but that's sort of like a reflection time. I guess then the question I would ask is like, how do you find, like time to work on yourself or your projects?
At night.
Yeah. I gotta find a new routine now because, like, somebody told me when Zoe was born, like that routine shit, like that don't exist when you got 2. It's really non-existent when you got 3. Like once we get them back into like the sleep schedule and stuff, then I'll be able to get up early, get back into that. But for me, it's just about intentionality and discipline. Like you want to work out, you want to read, you want to do this or that, and working that into my schedule. And then like kind of like y'all said, like being an agent owner, like the boss, like if I decide like all right, Monday I'm gonna work on this, like that's what I'm gonna. Nobody gonna tell me different. So that's what I'm working on.
Great insight.
I think that, and I guess you could take that a little bit further, but I think that's why a lot of people like relationships when they start throwing the kids in and stuff. Like another reason why I get messed up because you trying to stick to this routine of like who you is and what you like. That shit is gone. Like you need you didn't who you was, like you need to let that go. Like that don't exist. You pick that back up in 10 years or whatever you want to do, but right now it's about figuring out like what new life and new structure look like.
The best piece of advice that I got from a partner where he was just like, look, you're about to have this child, your whole life's about to change. He was like, you need to do this now before you even have a kid. Get comfortable with that 4:30, 5 o'clock time. You usually have 5 to 7 to yourself to do whatever you want to do. that's not going to be a thing anymore. And it's true. And the second was you be willing to pay for convenience. So it's just like, bam, you don't feel like cooking? Bro, just DoorDash.
Mm.
And don't
I deleted DoorDash. I deleted DoorDash, Uber, and all that. Burger shouldn't cost $35.
Hey, if it's $35,
if it saves you an hour, I'd pay $35.
It don't save you an hour because you actually gotta wait an hour to get it.
But you're not doing anything.
That's my point. I'm gonna grab that burger. I'm saving money this year. I did DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. I'm done. I had paid for. I had like was ordered some crab legs. Like I was about to order a little bag, and I was like,
"Oh, well, who orders crab legs?" I'm doing
right.
You're out of
Let me
control.
order some juicy crab.
You are out of
nigga,
control,
that you want to eat.
That's $150.
That's what they were trying to charge. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go to the place. I save about $70.
That's the downside to it. They overcharge you, but just like again, convenience factor.
Yeah.
But they supposed to have a charge for that, and then but they overcharge. They had an extra charge for every piece of item that you buy. Like a bag of chips, already $5, but you paying $8. Come on now, and then I got paid for delivery.
Yeah, they do be OC with that charging. All right, and another thing the end of this book brought. I now understand where all of those Get Tough camps come from and how they were invented. It was because the origin of those things happened here. And they basically, the part where they say, get drunk with your friends and go out into the woods, I'm almost convinced this person is gay and he doesn't want to admit it, which I'm perfectly fine with, but just come out and say it, bro. You're gay. And I trust nothing this man says at the end of this
How about
book.
your sponsors?
He said, talk about sponsors.
But he caveated it. He said he has nothing against
gay.
I'm not in a minute.
Yeah, but like this dude basically said, if your woman ever stresses you to the point where you have to find a release, get a group of your brothers and friends, get drunk, and commit to going into woods to sing hymns. That's a cult. That's weird. That's a little out of sort.
See, he probably ain't want to say go shoot some shit up. Because if we go into the woods, that's what we going to do.
Paul, you got to pause.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's out of control.
Is that what we doing today? Is that what we doing today?
You started
it.
You started it.
No, we doing today.
Oh my goodness.
You started it. Right?
Yeah. Broke back down.
So I am a feeling this, but I will say this also. Another dangerous thing he said was find solace in solitude. This is probably the worst advice you could give to someone who's experiencing a difficult time socially or mentally adjusting to a new atmosphere or situation, is to tell them to be by themselves, because that's how they start writing their manifestos and stuff like that. I do like the caveat where he said you should find sanctity amongst your brothers, but I think you should take a step further. Maybe find a professional help. If I find it fascinating as much as back in the day when I used to get my haircut at barbershops, the amount of times people would ask the barber or people in the room, "Hey, I got this rug rash on the back of my ass. Like, anybody know what this is? Bro, go talk to a doctor. Like, hey, I'm about to have a divorce with my wife. Any advice? Bro, go talk to a lawyer." Like, there are people that are designed to do this to help you that you can pay to use your money. So, like, not everything needs to be talked about with your bro. Sure, like, you could get it off your chest, but when it's time to do the actual work, I own a business now. I sat here and thought to myself, I'm about to do my own taxes. My girl literally said, "Is that really worth it? Wouldn't it be better just for you to pay $200 and not be fucked up by IRS?" And I was like, "No, you sure right. Let me go ahead and find me a tax person right now." So
it's worth it.
It's
worth it.
It's possible. Outsource, man.
As much as I hate paying that tax bill at the end, like, I know it's done right.
Yeah.
And if it ain't done right, I can point at somebody else like, look.
Mm-hmm.
But they never really worry about the poor people. So they ain't like, you could do all you want to do.
Hey, first and foremost, watch him out. Watch him out. Poor
upper
people.
middle class.
That's how you talk
All
about me.
middle class is poor.
Hey, bro.
No, we're technically not.
Nah, Black right to an extent though.
He is right.
I know.
He's out of pocket. He's not wrong, but he's out of pocket.
For a long time, I did my own taxes, but that where I'm going, I can't mess with it no more.
We feel like you feeling good about life, but you be like, all right, nigga, this shit ain't that cool. I want some link too.
It's only a couple $1,000, like.
Cause food is expensive as fuck, even with Link now.
Man, I don't pay myself. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Man, that was something I was like, wait, so how do I do this? Like, how do I? And they told me I got to write a letter to the state about how much I want to pay myself. I was like, damn.
They still want documentation. I can't just tell you I'm unemployed.
You couldn't even pay yourself. Everything is a financial cost for the business for me. Once I grab some shit, everything is a financial cost for the business, even the food. That's what it is. Right. I ain't spending nothing else.
The kids too, JB. As a
I don't have an income. All they ask work for you.
13,000 a piece a year, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bring that tax bill down real quick.
I ain't do nothing but lose shit.
They don't do shit without
especially if you have the house already, because it's just like when you really think about it, right? All the write-offs, all it does is on paper, it shows that you make less money. But if you already have the house and stuff, what do you need to show how much you really make? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm broke.
Anyone any advice? Let me caveat because I know we laugh. I'm not giving anybody any advice, but I'm just saying what I think.
Rob, what you know about Illinois? Rob, what you know about Illinois law? I'm gonna hire your ass.
We know about every law.
I just know a little bit about accounting. A little bit.
But so that was just pretty much it for me. That the ultimately that ends it for us. So we could just go into what we thought about the book. Final word review. And for me, just in a nutshell, I think this book is terribly outdated, and while it does have some interesting parts to it, it lacks the true nuance for it. I think like the one provision in the beginning of the book where it's like this book is for well-adjusted men. I don't think a lot of people read that, nor do I think the things in this book solidify well-adjusted men. Like there's some things in this book that are kind of off the wall, and I think the last 4 parts kind of illustrate how this could be very detrimental. In the wrong hands, this book is very dangerous. But ultimately,
well, I mean, if you use it like that, everything could be dangerous in the wrong hands.
I guess making apple pie would be dangerous too. But more than any, for you to,
I would have to write on life.
Yeah, or American Pie the movie. Hey, that man was a pie annihilator.
See, look at that. The wrong hands. When Mark got that pie on life, he burnt the fuck up. And then he got set on bottle, so he got punished twice.
But Black, what's your thoughts on the book?
I don't know, man. I think I want to reread it. I feel like it's a lot to take from it and that you can learn from it. I ain't gonna say it was bad for nobody because, like you said, anything in the wrong hands can be fucking.
That's the end of the sentence?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay, I appreciate you. Shane, what you got?
That's what I said. Like, because it's not that deep of a book for me. It's like saying like fucking everything is real surface value. Like he said at the beginning, though, it's not no studies done on this. He's just going off what he thinks. So if you take into accountability, like your own input, then you can move on from there.
Yeah.
Like I would say early on, like we had some quality discussion around the positive and negative of feminine and masculine energy. Like, you know, there was different parts of the book. Like we said, he kind of went off the rails a little bit. Little rape culture.
I don't remember saying nothing like that.
You wasn't with us that week.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't in the rape part because that's crazy.
Yeah. So I think the second half of the book he ran out of shit to write about. He started just
Yeah.
Write some shit.
Yeah. What about
But
you,
the
Rob?
first half was strong.
I'll probably give this book a 6.5, mainly for all of the points that JB said. I think when he started writing this book, he probably had the real meat and potatoes of the chapters that we spent a lot of time talking about, right?
Yeah.
But then he
Especially
was
the
just like,
love
well,
portions.
this isn't enough, right? And for me, that kind of watered the book down a lot.
Yeah.
See, but I don't know. I
Start
like,
talking about rape and stuff. I was like, whoa.
yeah. See,
I
I
might
don't
need to
see.
stop
So
reading
look,
this.
because you can have short books and it'll be okay. It could have been enough. So he made a point of putting the stuff that he put in there because he meant every part of that shit.
That's true. No, that's
Because the
true.
book could have been a
That's
chapter.
true.
The book ain't have to be it's no time frame for a book. Especially if there's a short informational book that can teach you something. A motherfucker love a book that's 20 pages that really teaches you something.
Yeah.
But when you think about what this book was written over 20 years ago. Was those short books really a thing?
Yeah.
And I don't think they were.
Well, The Alchemist is old too, ain't it?
The Alchemist is a short book?
Yeah, that was a really short book, bro.
No, that was.
And The Spook might have been a really short book.
No.
I don't know about
just
that.
as long as this book. It was
Yeah.
just as long as this book.
Yeah, they about the same though.
The Alchemist was about an hour read, bro.
What?
No, man. You must have your speed on the 100.
Right, you got
Your shit was
got
on
it on the
4.
time stick.
He had
That's
twisted and
Oh
busted
no,
around.
it was 3 hours.
like,
It was
shit
3
about
hours,
8
3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. I read it so many times it just seems short. Cause that's my book right there, boy.
Yeah, I know you like that book
The
a
Alchemist.
lot. Yeah. Well, that pretty much concludes it then. Are we starting on that Tomlin book?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
What is called?
I'm trying to find it now in the text. It's in the text group. Weave. It's called Tomlin, the soul of a football coach.
Dungy did this book.
Yeah, Tony.
Hey, text it to the group again.
All right, I'm about to text the link.
I'm gonna have to read this.
There's no audio?
On that, I don't think if they got it on the Kindle.
I hope so, because I ain't gonna be there.
It just say books.
I see one that says on the Kindle.
That don't make it audio. I
Yeah,
guess
I
they'll
got
read
Kindle.
it to you. I guess they'll read it to you on the Kindle, right?
What's the name of it again?
Tomlin, soul of a football coach.
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
Oh,
Like
Tomlin. Okay.
I wanted to read the Coach Prime one, but he don't got his out. His don't come out till March.
Yeah, it's on the Kindle. They'll read it to you though on that one day.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have a Kindle, to be honest.
It don't sound like it. It don't look like it. So we might have to get something else because I ain't about to be.
Yeah,
at work
trying to read on the construct. No. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right, we'll take some suggestions. We don't got to worry about it right now, unless there's something we know we want to watch.
It might be on the books. You said it's on books?
Uh,
Oh no, there's no audio version of it on there.
No, there's no audio version.
Might be on YouTube though.
Shoot, I doubt that. This one.
All right, we'll find some.
Yeah, we'll find some. I enjoy y'all football.
We can
I'm
do
about to
50
go see
book.
my mammy.
Yeah, we could definitely do 50 book.
Oh yeah, you said something about the 50 book.
50 got a few of them.
What's the most relevant one?
Shit, hustle harder, hustle smarter. The 50th law, the 50 I damn near want. Let me see. I think it's hustle harder, hustle smarter.
I think it's a hustle. Yeah, he got the one with Robert Greene is the 50th law.
Yeah, that one too. But I think hustle harder, hustle smarter is the one he talked about everything with everybody with that he was dealing with.
I think that's it too.
All right, yeah, we'll figure out which book.
Yeah, let's do